And welcome back to Pure Nebraska. Mondays here on the show, we like to put the farm organization called the Alliance for the Future of Agriculture in Nebraska, or AFAN, in the spotlight. AFAN is connecting us today with a representative of the Nebraska Wheat Board.
We are going to learn more about a program called the Wheat Ambassadors. Joining us now is Caroline Brauer. She is with the Nebraska Wheat Board, and nice to see you today, Caroline.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
So the Wheat Ambassadors, how did this program get started?
So this was an idea kind of developed by our board and our staff to say education is a mission for our organization. How can we kind of maximize on that and help students that want to be future, what we call advocates, and help them continue and share our mission of ag education.
And I think we have some photos that we want to show of the ambassadors at various events. And while we look at those, tell us a little bit more. How does the program help elementary students learn about wheat?
Sure. So what we do is we provide scholarships actually for college students. And in exchange for those $1,000 scholarships, these students are going to go and they're going to into elementary schools primarily, and they're going to talk about wheat, how it's grown, how it's turned into flour, where we raise it, how it becomes food, kind of connect those gaps between the farm and the consumer.
How do you make learning about wheat fun for kids?
For us, it's a lot about the hands-on activities. We find that kids learn best when they're having fun. So we'll bring in hand mills and let the kids actually grind the wheat and make their own flour. Or we have farmers that'll collect wheat heads before harvest so they can actually thresh them in their hands and see how the wheat seeds come out of these plants. Or make cookies in Play-Doh. Very hands-on.
Yeah, and I'm sure that you've talked with the wheat ambassadors, and what are some of the questions that they get from kids? Are they very curious about where their food comes from and how it's grown? I bet they get some interesting questions.
You do. You get a lot of them. One of the ones they always get is, okay, you know, wheat's in wheat bread. Well, what's in white bread? That's a really common one, and so it's helping realize, okay, you know, if wheat becomes flour and that flour becomes food, any food that has flour for the most part is made with wheat. It's always interesting to see too, usually by the end of the visits there's more questions. You know, you never want to be that first one to have to ask a question in class.
That's right.
Well, you also have a food blog called Fun with Wheat. Tell us more about that.
Absolutely. So that's our other way to try and reach consumers, and we say we want to share recipes in fun ways and say, you know, cooking at home is fun, but it can also be easy. You know, it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be 4-star restaurant quality. These are quick and easy ways to incorporate some of these wheat recipes.
So again, what is the blog called?
Funwithwheat.
Funwithwheat.com. Okay, that'll be good. I'll check it out. And again, as far as the wheat ambassadors go, if someone's watching and they would like to maybe be a wheat ambassador, how would they do that?
Absolutely. So we'll be doing applications again in the spring. Usually March we'll put it out on our website. We'll share it on social media. We share it with the universities. But students that are in college can inquire at any point in time and say, hey, I'm interested. We'll send them the information. We can hold their application on file until next year's.
So you guys really use social media a lot, right?
We really try. We find that's the way to really try and reach out to that college age generation. That's how they're communicating.
Makes sense. All right. Caroline, thank you for coming in.